Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, you'll notice that price is above the previous session's high price. That is very, very important here this morning. It has pushed through the previous session's high, came back for a retest, and bounced precisely off that level to reach new highs as of right now. I mentioned yesterday that the previous week's midpoint was going to be very, very important, something we're looking at in our trading room here, and the fact that we were able to hold above the previous week's midpoint suggests that we were likely headed to the previous week's high price. So in holding the 3371s, we are now seeing a continuation to the previous week's high over here, which would be right in the 47 zone. So again, we could be looking at more strength up into the 47s. Overall, if price can continue to hold above the previous session's high, or especially even VWAP today, that suggests overall trending price action toward that 3347s over the next couple of days. Again, right now that could even trigger a stop run day up toward that target. Again, we do have FOMC Fed Day tomorrow, so at some point we may begin to go quiet and trade in a more compact range ahead of that FOMC meeting and statement, and also the Fed interest rate decision. But overall, everything continues to trend higher at the moment and looks poised for more strength as long as price continues to hold above 33.85 to 33.90. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. The NQ also showing strength here above two-day highs, and is now pushing higher here. This, again, like the ES, is holding above the previous session's midpoint. Previous session's mid is 254s. The previous week's midpoint was 254s. It broke above that and held it in the previous session, and has now held it in overnight trading here today and continued higher. Now, again, the upside target would be the previous week's high price, and right now that's 11,585. So we're looking for a move right back to this previous week's high over the course of the next few days. Again, we do have FOMC tomorrow, but for the most part, we're in this trading range right here. We're making our move up. We've just broken above two-day highs. Everything suggests more upside to the top end of the range until proven otherwise. And overall, got to continue to stay above that 350 level. If it can continue to hold above 350, maybe as low as 340, that zone, overall strength is likely to continue to be seen. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. Now with crude oil here, you're seeing a very narrow range. So here's a 5-day range right there. There's the reading, and the current 5-day range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is still developing, is reading 54% of average range. So today it needs to get out to one of these edges just to increase that number. Otherwise, it could trade as high as that and then as low as that and still be a compression signal here. So this thing is clearly compressed. We are working toward a likely breakout opportunity in this one here. Which way is it going to go? Obviously, we have the 35s down below, which provide the very significant CLVN. If price were to break down, 35s would be an area to watch for a rejection. If we do start to push to the upside here, look for a stop run day up. It could be a significant trending breakout move whenever that time comes, and it may not be until the Fed statement comes out and the interest rate decision. But again, we have this compression here that continues to play out, and at some point we will likely see significant expansion. And from this 5-day range, expansion could be seen upwards of $5 once that happens. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this range as it develops. Lastly, looking at gold futures. With gold futures, you'll notice that we have pushed higher within the range. We continue to be range bound. This market right here, you can see, has been range bound basically between 2,000, which is this level, down to about 1,900, which is that level. Have a little bit below and a little bit above, but for the most part it's been inside the range here, trading back and forth, back and forth. The recent move down stopped at a 1911.70. From there, I mentioned we likely have a move up toward the 1990 to 2000 level, but not beyond, as this range continues to see compression lower highs, higher lows. So not expecting this thing to hit 2000, but expecting the move that we just got. Basically, we've gotten as high as 1982.40. Perhaps we get a little bit higher into 1990, but for the most part, the move has mostly played out within this compressing range. And so overall, we may even see another move right back down, 1930. As this thing builds up for an eventual expansion move. As soon as we see that major expansion day, one way or another, it could be significant and will likely trigger the next major phase of movement in this futures market here. And even if we were to shake out a leg down this way, that could still provide an even better buying opportunity for a longer term push up. So right now, these metals here remain strong with the potential to see more upside, but at the moment still in a compression phase. So look to avoid the chop until the expansion phase begins. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.